In today's video, we're going to talk about the $1.9 trillion stimulus package being passed by both the House and the Senate, some updates, and how we're starting to see the spot price of silver, gold, and even the stock market already beginning to react. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I want to talk about the $1,400 stimulus checks officially being passed by the House and the Senate, and how spot price of silver and gold and the stock market are beginning to climb already. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget, you only have until St. Patrick's Day to get yourself. The luck has nothing to do with it. T-shirt and hoodie. It's helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Baldrick's Foundation. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today, we got to talk about the spot price of silver and gold. We have to talk about the stock market. We have to talk about the stimulus package that has now, as I'm recording the video just a couple of minutes ago, officially been passed by the House and the Senate. Now, for those of you who do not know what's inside the stimulus package, I'm going to include a 60-second clip from a video that I posted a couple of days ago when I was going over the stimulus package. The package includes, but is not limited to, a child tax credit to be issued as monthly distributions, a dependent care tax credit, a $400 unemployment benefit boost, $25 billion worth of funding going towards restaurants and bars, $50 billion for virus testing, $16 billion for vaccine distributions, and this doesn't even scratch the surface. Keep in mind, this is a $1.9 trillion package. Those are just a couple of examples. But now on to what most people are probably concerned about, the direct relief payments. The package also includes a $1,400 stimulus check that, if passed by the Senate, keep in mind it was only passed by the House so far, if passed by the Senate, we can expect them to be delivered late March, early April. So potentially, and also, by the way, for the record, more than likely, this is going to come to fruition, and we're going to see these probably sooner rather than later. So those are just a couple examples of what's inside the stimulus bill. It was passed by the House initially. It was sent on over to the Senate. The Senate revised it. They made some changes. They made some amendments. They attempted to make even more amendments, many of which failed. They tried to bring the $1.9 trillion package down to $650 billion. That didn't work, and many people actually suggested that $1.9 trillion was reckless, especially considering that only a small percentage was actually going towards relief. Go figure. Relief package. But it was amended, it was changed very slightly. It was sent back to the House after the Senate passed it. Now the House, as of today, just passed the bill. All that's left is for it to be signed by 46, and he will not be requiring his name to be put on the $1,400 stimulus checks because he claims to not want to delay relief, which is kind of odd because he has the ability to sign the package today. He also has the ability to sign the package tomorrow, but he's not going to be signing it until Friday, evidently. Maybe he's just pausing for dramatic effect. I'm not exactly sure. But point being is that this is only a couple of days away from officially coming to fruition, which is excellent news for the people who need it the most. It might not be the greatest news for the dollar bill, but it is what it is. It's out of our hands. It's out of our control. There's nothing we can do about it. Hey, really quick, I interrupt this video to let you know I am going to be going live in the VIP Club tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about stacking, prepping, and a whole lot more. Link in the description if you'd like to join. The people who will be receiving $1,400 and they are in desperate need, I hope it helps them. I hope it takes care of them. Now, momentarily, I want to get away from the stimulus and talk about silver and gold really quick, because before this was passed, spot price was $26.04 for silver, and gold was $17.19.80. And then directly after the package was passed by the House, silver is now up to $26.15, and gold is up to $17.25.60. Not a massive move, not a massive jump, but they're already starting to climb. Now, this is something that we've seen for now the third time. When we got the first stimulus check, A lot of people were saying,
no, it's not going to happen. We're not going to get a stimulus check.
And then as soon as it was passed and as soon as they started getting rolled out, we saw the spot price really start to climb. And my belief is that when stimulus deals are passed, that pretty much equates to dollar bills being printed into oblivion, or should I say digitally created, digitally printed dollar bills. And we all know what happens when dollar bills are created out of thin air. Prices later on down the road really start to go up. Inflation, rent goes up, the price of food goes up, the price of essentially everything goes up, and the purchasing power of the dollar bill continues to diminish. And during times of massive amounts of printing, a lot of people want to stay one step ahead of the game, and they say, hey, you know what? I'm going to put my cash reserves. They're going to take some cash out of their business. They're going to liquidate a portion of their stock portfolio, and they're going to put it into silver and gold, because historically, silver and gold have always been used as a hedge against inflation. And during times where a lot of printing is getting done, inflation is inevitable. We saw this happen during the first stimulus package that everybody said was not going to happen. We saw this happen again a couple of months ago when they were proposing a second stimulus package. You know, the one where everybody was saying,
oh, we're never going to get a second stimulus check.
And then we got a second stimulus check. And now as of today, it appears that we're more than likely, almost certainly, almost positively going to get a third stimulus check. The third stimulus check that people said we weren't going to get. Shout out to this guy. And I've been saying since the beginning of 2020, I've been saying since before we even got the first stimulus check, I'm not too big into stimulus checks. I'm a bigger believer in paychecks. I think paychecks will beat stimulus checks every day of the week. I think paychecks will beat unemployment checks every day of the week. But this is coming from the perspective of someone who is not an economist, not an epidemiologist, not a professional in any way, shape, or form. So in my humble opinion, I think this appears to be somewhat of a band-aid on a broken arm, if you ask me. I would say the solution to the problem is going back to work. But then again, there's probably a reason people like me aren't in charge. Who knows? We might be a whole lot worse off if somebody like me was in charge. I just personally do not believe that a $1,400 stimulus check, like it appears that we're going to be receiving over the next couple of weeks, I don't believe a $600 stimulus check like we got a couple of months back, or a $1,200 stimulus check like we got last year, is going to solve the problem. Because what's the actual problem for regular people, everyday average Joes? What is the issue for them right now? It's that they can't afford rent, they can't afford food, they can't afford bills, they can't afford to take care of their kids, because they still, 12 months later, a lot of people have still yet to go back to work. So they are in desperate need to go back to work, but evidently they can't go back to work, so the next best thing is stimulus checks. Again, band-aid on a broken arm, but like I said earlier in the video, I hope to God it helps them in some way, shape, or form. I really do. I hope it relieves the pain. I hope it stops the bleeding, and hopefully we can get back on track before people start talking about and asking about,
well, when's the fourth stimulus check?
because that's something else that I've been saying since the very first stimulus check. Not only have I been saying that I think paychecks are better than stimulus checks, but I've also been saying that as soon as we get one, everybody's going to want two. As soon as we get two, everybody's going to want three. Now that we're getting three, trust me, just give it a couple of weeks. It's going to be all over the news. It's going to be all over social media. It's going to be all over everything. People are going to be demanding a fourth. Band-aid on a broken arm. But that's besides the point. That's just my opinion from my perspective. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I'm not an epidemiologist or an economist or anything like that. I'm just some guy on YouTube, so don't pay me any mind. But I wanted to talk about this today because it would appear that the spot price of silver is slightly on the rise. It would appear that the spot price of gold is slightly on the rise. It would appear that even the stock market right now is on the rise. And the reason for this is pretty much psychological. When it comes to silver and gold, people are fearfully buying in because they believe that the dollar bill is soon going to tank. When it comes to the stock market, also psychological. People are buying in because in their minds,
stimulus, therefore everything's going to go back to normal tomorrow.
Everything's going to be better. Everything is going to open back up. Everything is going to be booming. Everything is going to be thriving. This happened the first and the second stimulus. And now it's happening again for the third. So it's important to remember, do not be controlled by emotions. Do not be controlled by fear, and do not be controlled by hype and excitement. Do not be controlled by other people's decisions, other people's opinions. Make sure you take a step back, evaluate everything, come to a rational, objective conclusion based on logic and what makes the most sense for you. Now, with a $1,400 stimulus check, when it comes to silver, when it comes to gold, you could get maybe 35 to 45 ounces of silver, somewhere within that range, assuming spot price doesn't completely take off or some way, somehow come crashing down. And as for gold, you could probably get about 3/4 of an ounce of gold, or you can go about 50-50, get a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver, if that's what you want to do. When it comes to the stock market and you're looking to buy shares of a certain company, you can obviously do the math on your own. But what I think is most important, what I think people should really be paying attention to right now is their preps. I think a lot of people should be focusing on the food storage, the water supply, power generation, a way to stay warm or a way to cook if the power were to get cut. These are what I believe to be some of the most important ways to stay prepared. Now, obviously, there's a whole long list of other ways to stay prepared as well. But you got to start somewhere, and I say, why not start with a water purification system? I am not sponsored by Berkey. I just happen to love their product. I will leave the big Berkey link in the description if you need one. I also think the Nesco Food Dehydrator is an excellent product as well. I am not sponsored by them. I just happen to love the product. Link in the description. I also have the Jackery Explorer 500 portable power station, solar powered generator, not sponsored. I just love the product. Link in the description. And last but not least, I have the Solo Stove Campfire, which is essentially a portable fire pit and camping stove. Not sponsored, just love the product. Link in the description. And it doesn't have to go for just those. It could be other ways of prepping. You could take your $1,400 and get medical supplies. If you're lacking in that area, you can go to the store and get canned goods, the soups, the beans, the dry pasta, the big bags of rice. There's a lot of different ways to prep, and right now everybody is so hyper focused on the silver and the gold or the stock market or this market or that market that they're completely letting themselves fall short, and they're going to get themselves in a whole lot of trouble if push comes to shove and they're not prepared. It's better to have something and not need it than to need something and not have it. That's something that I've been saying for years. That's something that I've been saying since long before I even knew that prepping was a thing or stacking was a thing. And stacking is a way of preparing as well. It's financial preparation. It's a hedge against inflation. It's a way to store value for the long term. That's all fine and dandy. That's all excellent. But the silver and the gold, that's just one aspect of prepping. That's just one piece of the multifaceted preparation system puzzle. Of course, it's money, real, true, honest money, internationally recognized as money, constitutionally recognized as money, biblically recognized as money. Of course, money can buy you the things that you need, but having the money to buy things isn't going to do you much good when all the shelves are empty at the store. Of course, if you want to invest in the stock market, sure, you can see all this capital appreciation. You can cash out at 700% if that's what you want to do, or you can rake in those dividend payments, that cash flow, those dividends, the capital appreciation, the capital gains aren't going to do you any good if you're in desperate need of water and there's no water to buy, which is why I always stress, I always urge people to be as prepared as possible in as many different ways as possible. I'm not telling you to go and buy anything. I'm not telling you to go invest in anything. I'm not telling you to go convert your dollars into anything. All I'm telling you to do is take it into consideration. Think about it. Stay logical, stay objective, stay rational, stay prepared. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. Remember that. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to the stimulus deal, the stimulus package, the $1,400 stimulus checks. Are you going to be using it to get yourself some preps, maybe some of the areas that you're lacking in, some of your weaknesses you're planning on strengthening, or are you going to use it to get the precious metals? And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I will be going live tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout outs, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all my videos early and commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button like a Karen hits a bus window. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel, for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,800, and I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. And of course, please do not forget, you only have 1 week. You only have until St. Patrick's Day to get yourself the Luck Has Nothing to Do With It t-shirt and hoodie, only available in the color green, and it's helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Baldrick's Foundation, which is working to help children with cancer, which is obviously a beautiful thing. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, once again, what are your thoughts on receiving a $1,400 stimulus check? If you're going to be receiving one, are you going to be using it to load up on the preps? Maybe there's one area of prepping that you are lacking in, or you feel like you are weak in. I have my weaknesses and I plan on strengthening them. Maybe it's the food, maybe it's the water, maybe it's a generator, a power station of some sort. Maybe it's a camping cooking stove, or where to stay warm. Maybe it's medical supplies. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Or maybe you consider yourself to be pretty well prepared. Maybe you're good for 3 to 6 months, or potentially 6 to 12 months, maybe even longer. And you're planning on using the stimulus check, the $1,400, to get you some silver and some gold. Maybe one, not the other, maybe a little bit of both. Maybe you're going to get maybe 35 to 45 ounces of silver, or potentially 3/4 of an ounce of gold. Maybe split it 50-50, get a little bit of both metals. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.